Hey everyone, I am Ashish and let's discuss data structures now. So the first data structure we'll be looking at is lists. Let me zoom in a bit so that it's a little easy to read for you. I hope this is visible, properly visible. All right. So list is a collection of all the different types of elements, or you can say data types, or any. So like square brackets means a list, collection of things, any kind of data type doesn't really matter. These are all integers at the moment, but a list could contain a string, then a integer, string, float, boolean, and another type. So a list is literally just a collection of different things. And when we talk about things like list, we can do something like this. Like let's say variables we have defined, as you can see, E1 equals 10, A2 equals the boolean, A3 equals a string, and so on. And we are putting these variables inside list. But when you print the list, of course, the actual data values will be printed. So we'll be discussing the indexing. In Python, indexing starts from zero, and there is a concept of negative indexing. So mm, let me show you this way. Oh, I didn't select a kernel again. Okay. So this is the list one. If I want to get the first element out of the list, take a look at how I'll be indexing it. It's not a function. Indexing operators are square brackets. So list and square bracket zero would give me the first element because indexing starts from zero. If you want to get the last element, you could do something like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Either you could say 5 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah, 5 is a null type, na? That's why it's not being printed. Let me add one more data type, 7 to it. And then let me print 6. Then let me make it 700 instead. So it's properly visible. So this 700 element, this sits at the sixth index. That's why when you press list 1, 6, you get 700. There's a better way of catching the last element, that is using the negative indexing of Python. That is list minus 1 in the indexing brackets, and you would start minus 1 from 700, minus 2 would be none, minus 3 would be false, minus 4 would be true, and so on. And I believe, I don't know, it's been quite some time, but I believe things like this also works in list. But let's try it. So list 1, the first element is inclusive, the last element is exclusive. So give me list 1 to 3, index 1 to 3, but don't include 3. So index 1 and 2, 10.1 and something, 10.1 and something. Am I making sense? Take a look. If you want to get, let's say, the indexes, let's say I want to give custom indexes. In NumPy it works, but I don't know if it works in list. If I want to get 246, yeah, in NumPy it works, but not in list. We will take a look at NumPy. I'm just showing you what are all the possibilities over here. But you would never really be indexing list. Not really like this. So let's say I want to get, no, let's move on to NumPy. That would be better. The first data structure we covered was list. You can read through the rest of the notebook. Let's say range function. Range is something like a generator. Uh, so if you pass, like let's say, we will discuss more about range later on. Range is a function. If you give it a range of 10, so it will try to create ranges from 0 to 9. 10 is exclusive. 0 to 9 when called upon. So right now we have not called this function. So if you want to call it inside the list function, and there you go, 0 to 9, it is the list. And for reference, like if you want to say like, okay, what's the purpose of it? You could call it inside a tuple as well. Tuple is also a data structure. The difference would be that tuple is immutable, meaning that once a tuple is made, you cannot make changes to it. But inside list, you can make changes. Let's say I want to make a set out of it, set the mathematical sets 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The mathematical sets, remember, are the ones which contains only unique values. Let me show you. So if you want to, if you have like some elements which are repeated, then you call set function onto it. Then only unique elements will be fetched. The this set data structure is made from those curly brackets. Although we'll discuss it later on. So lists are done. Let's go on to tuples. Tuples are comma separated value. So it really doesn't really matter, but if you include the round brackets or not, but if you do include them, it is like very much readable that okay, this is a tuple. Right now, I'm writing it as 1, comma 2, comma third element, comma 2. So I know it's a sequence that I'm storing, but without any kind of list like bracket. So storing the sequence as just one variable, we are storing it as a tuple. See, when you print it, the brackets are automatically there. Python understands that comma separated value are tuples. Um, let's see. You can index tuples the same way, but you cannot change the values of tuples. Then comes dictionary. Dictionaries are key value pairs. So dictionary, let better would be to show you. If in case you forget, just go to Google and write like something like dictionary, Python, and it will tell you all the different ways on how you can create or access. See, this is one type of way in which you can access a dictionary and basically create it. And this is different way in which you are saying dict is a function. Dict, you are using dict function. Key is name, value is tickles, key value pair, and again key value pair. But when you print it out, take a look at how the syntax looks like. It's inside the curly brackets, but the difference is in sets only single elements are there. In dictionaries, this whole thing, this whole value of key and this whole pair of key and value is one element inside a dictionary. So key value name tickles. Key value age 29. Key value occupation jobless. What? Key value excuse I am a lead AI engineer for Python. Okay. No, I'm not. That was in short what a dictionary is. How do you index dictionaries? So let's say I didn't run that now. Let me okay, select the kernel first. So if you want to index elements out of key value pairs inside a dictionary, the way to do that would be dict and pass on the dictionary name. Inside a square bracket, pass the key. Key would be like, let's say, age in this case. So age is 29. And another key could be, let's say, excuse. I'm a lead AI engineer for Python. What an excuse. Okay. Name could be a key, and occupation could be a key. So it's really much like JSON, isn't it? Okay. The point is that we will be discussing all of these things when we do the projects. So right now it wouldn't really matter much if I just keep on telling you this is a data structure, this is data structure, that, without telling you what's the use of it. Right now I'm just covering up, I'm just touching the basics before doing the projects. Projects is where we'll be learning everything. That does the dictionary part. Let's move on to set. Set we have already discussed. If you have a set like this, 1 1 1 1 0 0 0 0 1 2 2 4, then if you put these things inside, if you put a comma separated sequence inside the list, this curly braces, then you would get only the unique value. This is one way of creating a set. Another would be to just use a set function like this. So it's in sets there are some useful methods. I don't remember really all of them because I don't know when I last used them. So if you want to check, you could just Google search Python sets, and there will be this website. Either Geeks for Geeks or W3 Schools, both are very good websites. So you can check out like what a set is and how to join two sets, union, update, all the methods. I leave it up to you to figure it out. Okay, like how the set things work, because we will focus more on projects. Chain sequence would be, I don't know if it's called a chain sequence. I call it chain sequence, but I don't know really. It's just list within a list, data structure within a data structure. So that's a chain sequence. Like let's say I'm creating a list over here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I'm saying first list was created as 0, 1, 2, 3. Second list was created as 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I'm saying list one dot append. This is a method of the class list. What are classes and methods? That is something we will be later on looking at in the 10th notebook over here. But for now, understand that list one has a function. It's called a method, but I'm just calling it a function. List has a function dot append, and inside the function you're passing list two. So the whole thing would be list, and inside the list there will be at the end appended the list two. So list one appended list two right here. So why am I telling you this? The point is we can use data structures within data structures. So it doesn't really matter if you use list within a list. You can use tuple within a tuple. You could use list within dictionaries. That would make it a data frame as well. We'll be looking at that in the pandas module. Conditional statements. Let's talk about that. No, let's talk about that in the next video. Let's go. Yep. Thank you for watching.